part. Anyway, this is immediately after. Anyway, drive safe. Love you. Anyway, we had a guest stop in, and this is the next part of Ace Attorney Chronicles. And we found out that the lady was actually a British transfer student that had committed the crime, or we suspect she is. Anyway.
Plus she exists everywhere.
Fast thinking by the detective. He apprehended his suspect without a moment's delay. Yes, and because I was shut in the pantry, I have no idea what happened outside the dining area. I'm gonna have to edit that prior section because the very end of it was just foobar.
Yeah.
Do you know how to cut sections?
I know a little bit about editing, but I don't know how to do it. Here I can figure it out.
Okay. Ah, there you are. Well done, both of you. Watch, it's a girl. Professor Matsutoba. Well, it seems I was right.
And I hate when it's a question mark and you're like, I don't know who this is yet.
The pair of you make an outstanding team. You've exceeded my expectations, I have to say. Yes, it seems you planned this from the very start. You arranged things so that I wouldn't be able to act as a lawyer in this trial. Ellipses. Our modern country is still in its infancy. Our justice system is even more so. Which is why I firmly believe that we need to send our brightest young stars overseas to learn all they can. I want to avoid a situation that may have resulted in your study tour to Britain being cancelled. Well, it makes no difference. Lawyer or otherwise, I'm the kind of man who can't help his best friend avert the worst crisis of his life. Shouldn't waste anyone's time by going to study overseas anyway. What? What are you saying, Kazuma? So that's your stance. I was afraid you'd feel that way. Kazuma. Well then, it looks like it all comes down to you, young man. Me? Yes, you need to prove your innocence and uncover what really took place in that restaurant. I must say, I very much want to know the truth. After all, I have a personal connection to this case. Come to think of it, he said the same thing earlier this morning, didn't he? If you don't mind me asking, Professor, did you know the victim? Yes, I did. As you're probably aware, Dr. John H. Wilson was a visiting professor from Yamai, and it was I who invited him. Oh, I see. I didn't know that before. Anyway, you're about to go into battle. The victim was a university professor from Great Britain, and a well-known one at that. Naturally, our government is looking to identify and punish the culprit as quickly as possible. My throat hates me. Let's not forget who we're going up against. The gentlewoman whose involvement our police bureau went to extraordinary lengths to hide. Exclamation! Yes, and I'm sure the... My throat is dry.
Yep.
Yes, I'm sure the prosecution will be using every tool at their disposal to quash your case. To quash your case? Squash? Did they typo?
No, it's squash.
Quash? What does quash mean? Why not squash your case? Anyway.
I guess quash is more like foil.
Can we continue?
Yeah.
But I've no doubt that you pair will put up a good fight right to the last. Best of luck. Thank you! Water is very important. Okay, now then. I need you to run an errand at the university at once. There's something we may need.
Of course. Good luck, Kazuma-san. Man. Defendant Naruto! No, not Naruto. Naruto. Court recess is over. Please make your way back inside to the courtroom at once.
It's time. Let's get back to it, partner. Let's go in there and deal the decisive blow before those old fossils know what hit them.
God, that close.
God, he's a bishi. Just listen to the music.
I know.
Kazuma. What? Thank you. Really? God, he's such a bishi.
Yes.
What for? Just look at
I
him.
know, it's majestic.
Well, if you hadn't said you believed me, then I'm fairly sure I'd already have been found guilty by now. Look, I have faith in you. Believe in the me that believes in you.
Yeah.
Drill your way to the heavens. As a lawyer and as a friend. Coming from you, it's a lot. God, he's such a bishi. I'm found guilty in this trial. He's really going to give up on his dream of studying abroad. That's the kind of true friend he is. So this isn't just my battle anymore. Whoever we're up against, we absolutely can't afford to lose. Alright then. I'll save the thank yous for after the trial. Wait, why did they put a dash? You can treat me to one of those sukiyaki meals I like from Yamai Cafe, from Yamai Cafeteria on University Street. With an extra large portion, of course.
22nd November, 12:09 p.m. Supreme Court, Judiciary Court, room number 2.
The court hereby resumes the trial of Ryunosuke Haruhata. Prosecutor Aoshu, Have you managed to sub... Wait.
Subpoena.
Have you managed to subpoena the witness?
Yes, Your Excellency, against all odds. And thanks to a certain young stripling, the prosecution is now under rather painful scrutiny from the government.
Sorry. Let the government scrutinize. That's their job. Nothing to worry about. I fucking love it.
It's highly unlikely that the good relations we forged with Great Britain will emerge from this trial unscathed. Will you still think it's nothing to worry about when the new treaty breaks down with our nation's founders?
Terribly sorry. If the friendship between our nations is really so fragile, then the treaty isn't worth the paper it's written on.
Go, guys.
Yeah, I love him. You really have nothing to worry about, Ryunosuke.
What do you mean?
A secret trial, anxiety over some forgotten government's opinion, a bungled investigation, missing witnesses. Is this what our nation's justice system is? Is this the Supreme Court of Japan or of England?
Shut up, you jump up, rookie boy. You and your friends will know nothing of the situation our nation finds itself in. By aligning ourselves with this great world power, we'll become strong. Diplomacy has never been more critical. Steady political maneuvering is what will secure our nation's futures.
Ellipses. I won't deny that I'm no expert. I'm just a student, and one who could arguably study harder too. But standing here now, in our Supreme Court, there's one thing that I feel very strongly. I am scared! A country that fails to uphold the truth in its justice system is a country with no future at all.
Ellipses. Exclamation mark.
Exclamation. Well said, Ryunosuke. Despite the wide-eyed look of terror. Just trolling his ass. Thank you, Kachi. The court is the pinnacle of our nation's justice system, and exists solely for the presence of truth. With that in mind, this trial will now resume with the next witness taking the stand. The visiting student from Great Britain, Miss Jezebel Brett.
Yes. Your Excellency. God, he's so pathetic. Anyway.
I like her hat.
She does have a fun hat. Well, what a delight it is, and welcome to such a fine gentlewoman to Japan, and from such a distant land.
Tea. Someone bring English tea. In England, no no discussions take place without tea. Is that true? No idea.
So, ahem. Could we possibly trouble you to state your name and occupation for the court?
Of course. My name is Sataro Hosonaga. I've been working undercover as the head...
Yes, yes, we know all about you already.
Inspector Hosonaga, where are your manners? England is always ladies first. Is that true? No idea. I love it! He's so beautiful! More importantly, a little earlier today you said something to me. You said your powers of observation are one thing you're sure of. Oh yes, I think I did, didn't I? Yet your description of this amazing sight was simply a woman. Sorry, Ryunosuke, but powers of observation aside, your power of descriptions are sorely lacking. Chucked him into a fucking fire and not just roasted, just burned to a fucking crisp. Oh my god. ...
So, dear lady, once again, if we may trouble you for your name and occupation, please.
You ain't getting none.
God, I forgot about this.
She speaks English there in Japan.
Yeah, but for us, there's the games in English, but I just find it funny.
We need a translator. Yeah, should have seen as much. Everyone's like, damn! But she's like, Animal Crossing noises! And then everyone's just like,
Yeah. Terribly sorry, dear lady, but what?
Animal Crossing noises! Oh my god, I'm not. More fucking lines for me. Okay. The lady says her name is Jezebel Brett. She comes from London, England. She's a visiting research student, currently enrolled in Yamai University's medical facility.
Oh my, what a rare treat to hear the dialect tones of the delightful language of the British people. I'm afraid I don't understand a word you said, but it was as beautiful as a hummingbird song.
As far as I can tell. The detective is translating her words faithfully enough. Yes. Yeah, I agree. You'll obviously do fine in England, Kazuma. Her English doesn't rattle you at all, does it? Nor you. You've clearly been paying attention in your own English classes, Ryunosuke. Wait. If our characters understand, why the fuck can't we just
I know, right?
God. Okay, right, because then the... Wait, judge and prosecutor wouldn't know.
Yeah. Well, prosecutor.
The prosecutor and the judge.
Yeah. I know, because I'm like, this game literally takes place in mostly England, so our characters...
So, that means we know information that two of them just wouldn't be able to attend. I feel bad for Aoshi now. He's getting bullied here.
I mean, he's a pain. That's what they're there for.
The court thanks the beautiful lady for taking the stand. Now, if we may trouble you to confirm something, Miss Brett. 3 days ago, at the restaurant called La Carnivale, a grim murder took place. The court has been led to believe that you were dining there with the victim, Dr. Wilson, at the time. Is that correct? Whisper, whisper. Whisper, whisper, whisper.
I mean, you don't have to do that, so you can voice. What?
She says yes. The least you could do is whisper, whisper, whisper.
Okay, I will next time.
This could take some time. Even though she's studying here in Japan, she can't speak any Japanese.
Whisper, 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 whisper.
Just
Whisper, 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 whisper.
imperialism perk, Fallout New Vegas. If you're too dumb to not even speak my language, you're not worth talking to. That's a line you can say in Honest Hearts DLC with all of those tribes. You can say that to them.
Don't understand to speak my language, so you're not worth talking to.
If you're too dumb to not speak my language.
Honestly, America, that's why English is everywhere.
English. America is still far too imperialist. It's a fact. She'd like to apologize for disappearing from the scene. She says that she was due to make a presentation at the university, so she had to leave immediately.
That's not what we fucking asked.
Interesting. When you're the one who Interesting. When you're the one who engineered her escape. I was following special orders from the Bureau.
Well now, dear lady.
I gave him Cosmo's voice for a second.
Well now, dear lady, would you be so kind as to cast your eyes over this photographic print? Seeing as you are so unfortunately present at the scene of the crime, could it be that your resplendent eyes caught sight of this wicked perpetrator, perhaps? Whisper, 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 whisper.
Apparently, it was very frightening and sorrowful sight. Do you mean to say? Yes. It would appear the lady did witness the crime. The very moment when the accused, standing right there, in this courtroom, shot the victim in cold blood. Order in the court.
Did you hear that, Your Excellency? We have an absolutely conclusive witness statement.
Well, it looks like it's clear now. Clear who our real enemy is. Exclamation! Unfortunately, I will have to ask you to formally testify, if you please. Kindly tell the court the exact nature of this frightening and sorrowful sight you described. Whisper, whisper. Wait, God, I keep giving him the wrong accents and stuff. Whisper, whisper, whisper.
That is not your fucking testimony. Your frightening and sorrowful sight. Whisper, 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 whisper.
I had arranged to meet for a slightly late luncheon with Dr. Wilson that day. The professor was unable to eat, so I ordered for myself only a beef steak.
Whisper, 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 whisper.
After a while, the accused came over to greet the professor, they got into a fierce argument. Then, not long afterward, the accused took the professor's gun and shot him right before my eyes.
Whisper, 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 whisper.
I don't carry a gun myself, so obviously I couldn't have been the culprit. Objection!
I call bullshit.
Concealed firearms have existed
Yes!
since the 17th century, I think. Yeah, the 17th century. Because I don't think they existed in the 16th yet, to my knowledge, but I know in the 16th the musket came to be. I don't know if they had the capability of shortening the barrel yet with the grade of powder, so I'm going to hold my tongue on that, but I know that the earliest I know of is the 17th century, but 15th, 16th century, the long musket, the Spanish musket, was a thing. So one could carry a flintlock ever since the 17th as a concealed carry item. Especially with, I wish we could look at her, because women of that time had big poofy dresses. You could hide anything in there.
Yeah. But this is the late 1800s.
Late 1800s?
Yeah.
Interesting. Because, you know what they showed? A revolver. And that's not too important, but late 18th century, the Derringer pistol, which was favored by prostitutes and women of all sorts of type. It was mostly popularized by the prostitutes that used it. But anyway, it was a very renowned women's handgun. You see the size of your hand?
Yeah.
You see that little bubble in there?
Yeah.
It could fit in this area here.
Oh, it was tiny.
It was small, and depending on how close range you were, it was fairly accurate, and it would kill.
Anyway, should we get back to
And it would be... Okay, can you go into the court record? Wanna look at the photo?
wait, this photo?
Yeah. Okay. I want to read the information. Do we have the gun as evidence?
No.
Autopsy report. Shot. Continue.
Yeah, it was close
Did
range.
not pass through the body.
And it was close range.
Close. You know what I said about the Derringer?
Yeah.
Close range. Wouldn't pass through the body due to a weak round.
We got her. We got her, boy.
Sir, we got him. Okay, yeah.
We just gotta find the gun.
No, I didn't have any kind of argument with the professor at all. How would she know? How would she know? She doesn't speak the language.
Quiet, you filthy wretch. Look at you, you black-hearted blackguard, and look at this snow white angel. I'm not even a dark-minded scoundrel like you, and can imagine whose words the court is going to believe. God, fucking Pain. I know his name's not Pain, but...
You're still making the same mistake, Ryunosuke. You mustn't blurt out when you're guarded like that. That's a lesson you need to learn. He's so annoying. He's annoying.
So,
Of course. I was at the scene as well. I took statements from the lady and the 2 witnesses who testified before and reported back to the Bureau. It was decided that Miss Brett was not involved, so I let her go. The testimonies from the last 2 witnesses were completely worthless then. Even so. On the day in question, the lady was wearing the same outfit as she is today.
which we actually can get a look at.
Okay, can you lower that somehow?
No, I think I can.
That's fine. Well...
Wait, I can make...
No, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Wait, transparency? Oh yeah, you can modify the box transparency.
Oh no, that made it worse. Okay.
Let me see. Okay.
Plus.
Okay.
Gameplay. Okay. Hi.
Look how poofy that is.
Yeah.
You can see how much area there is. You could hide anything in there. Hell, you could hide anything in her hat.
Right.
The hat's the gun.
Yeah.
It could. Only 1 shot went off. She kneeled down to him and activated her hat gun.
Oh my god.
I'm calling it.
Alright.
As you can see, there is nowhere about her person where she could conceal a fire. Are you fucking kidding?
That is bullshit.
Yeah.
I
I would think she could hide a gun almost anywhere in that outfit if she wanted to.
Unless and until the precise location where the witness is to have hidden the weapon can be shown, this is moot.
Are you fucking kidding me?
That's not a fucking argument.
There are no pockets in my uniform, and I have nowhere to hide a gun.
That is bullshit.
Again, hat gun.
And pockets is not an argument. They have those leg straps and stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh my ankles.
I mean, it is that period.
Those are the witnesses' own words on the matter. It's ridiculous. If only I was allowed to lift up her dress.
Renosuke!
You could prove it.
Renosuke, bad.
Know his intentions. I don't think about doing anything rash, Renosuke. But I didn't fire the gun. I picked up... There must have been another gun there that day. Hat gun! You're right about that, which means this lady was hiding a gun somewhere. Yes, that's what we have to prove now. And to do so, we will need to pull her testimony apart. You kidding me? It's clearly nowhere to hide the fucking gun. The defense will now cross-examine the witness. Yes, Your Excellency.
It's in her dress. It's either in her dress or in her hat.
Had arranged a meeting for a slightly late luncheon with Dr. Wilson.
Yes!
Okay, that's
Yeah, I'm impressed.
after 2 p.m.
Objection!
You don't keep up with the latest fashions from Britain, do you? Late luncheons are in vogue, isn't that right?
No! Wait, no, that's your line.
No.
A decisive English no. That's quite the sting to it. The gentlewoman is currently working in the victim's research laboratory, it seems. So it was apparently a daily occurrence that they would lunch together. But on the day in question, the victim had another appointment at the clinic first. Yes, which we can prove with the medical report that was submitted as evidence earlier. I just love how she just roasted how she...
Right.
That's right. Miss Brett and the victim went to lunch following the victim's treatment, which is why it was so late. Yes, yes. That all makes perfect sense.
Such wonderful logic. What a shining example of English intelligence this fine Englishwoman is.
So you both arrived at the restaurant. What happened next? Professor was unable to use what I ordered for myself, only a beefsteak. I'm not going to voice the testimonies because the lines have already been said.
Yeah.
And my voice
Just
is strained enough.
Yeah, just tell me if you want me to press it or not. I think we should press all of them.
I mean, pressing all of it's fun.
Yeah.
It's unable to eat, you say?
The only time it's not fun is when you get punished for pressing it because some stupid clown has jokes.
Wait, that actually happened?
Yeah, in the circus trial, if you press most statements, you'll get punished because he tells bad jokes. Yeah. So it gets stupid. Yeah, the judge just gets annoyed and gets...
Fucking deal with it, it's your job!
Right. Anyway.
And that was because he just had a tooth removed at the Hota clinic, correct? That is right. You're supposed to actually check with the witness before answering. Was Miss Brett aware of that fact? It seems so, yes. She'd heard that the professor was to have some dental treatment. So that means that it was you who ate the steak pictured here. Is that right, Miss Brett? Yes, it was delicious. Yes, that's right, yes. The print you have there shows the table exactly as it was left after the horrifying events. Exactly as it was left.
Dear me, what a harrowing experience to have traveled such a distant island on the far side of the world and to be embroiled in such a tragic incident. Have no fear, my dear lady. I swear I will crush the evil fiend that has subjugated you to this terrible plight.
So the victim, Dr. Wilson, had nothing to eat or drink at all. That's right. Other than some carbonated water. This water. Yes. Professor was unable to eat, but he had been given permission to drink water. So it appears the diners tasted their lunch with a glass of water each. They each raised a glass of carbonated Wait. Court record. Photo.
This one,
Nope,
right?
nope, nope.
This one.
Here's a champagne bottle.
It was carbonated water.
No, I don't think it was. I think someone mentioned how it was wine. Go back. Other photo. Can you magnify at the... Does that really look like carbonated water?
I mean, that could be a translate. Wait, no. No, I mean, I don't know how they had carbonated water back in the day.
Well, whatever. You read this already. What do you think, Ryunosuke, about the witness's last statement? It's nothing. I can't really see anything wrong with it.
Okay, I'll be right back.
I personally see a few things wrong with it, but I don't have any proof. Really? Alright then. If that's what you think. Ellipses. Cosmo. Do you think there's that it's significant in some... It's significant in some way? Well, perhaps. But let's do this your way. Maybe you should press her on that statement again. After a while, the accused came over to greet the professor, and they got into a fierce argument.
Yes!
Okay.
I never got into an argument with the professor. All I did when I noticed him was go over and say hello. Please, don't get angry with me. No, I wasn't directly that... wasn't directing that retort at you. It was meant for the lady next to you. But anyway, as I said, I did not argue with the professor. Listen up. I'm afraid your words are in vain. Sorry? Miss Brett does not appear to speak Japanese.
No, of course not. Japanese is such a cumbersome language anyway. English is the future. We use all seppuku and chugurisu.
I wonder if the prosecutor will feel that way forever, only in the presence of a beautiful woman. He needs to be kicked in the balls.
Yeah. God, how did this fun line continue?
Well, the beautiful woman is telling blatant lies with a complete straight face. I have to find something that will unravel her testimony, no matter how seemingly insignificant it may be. Anyway, it seems that after the argument, the accused briefly returned to his own seat. That part ties into what you said, doesn't it? Yes, I still had some coffee to drink. The next time you got up after that, was when I finished my coffee and stood up to leave.
Ellipses.
Then not long afterward, the accused took the professor's gun and shot him right before my eyes.
Yes!
Like I said, I did not shoot the gun. And like I said, there's no point repeating that assertion over and over. I wasn't expecting to be attacked by my own side.
Nevertheless, defendant, you can't deny. Now, when the shot rang out of the restaurant, you had a gun in your hand.
Well, yes, that's true, but all I did was pick up the gun I saw on the floor next to the professor as I was leaving the restaurant. In fact, yes, there was someone much closer to the victim than me. Can you not?
I didn't touch it.
Than me at the time. The highly suspicious lady on the stand.
Objection. That will do, you dirty, rotten scoundrel.
Dirty.
Your baseless accusations could very well cause an international incident, boy.
It seems to me that your accusations is just as baseless as ours.
What nonsense.
The lady is merely stating what she saw. Okay. But yeah, until then, I need warm socks on. My feet are freezing.
Hello, we're back.
Yeah, Anyway, so where were we? This is already an international incident as far as I'm concerned, anyway. I don't carry a gun myself, so obviously I couldn't have been the culprit. Okay,
Yes!
but I want to make a comment before we start, because we've stated how fucking bullshit that is.
I mean, come on, it's obvious she's the killer, because this is the first case.
It's all very well saying that, but can you prove it? Absolutely. I verified it personally.
Like,
oh my!
yeah, like he did that thorough pat down.
You verified it? Yes. Immediately after the incident, I checked to make sure the lady was not carrying a weapon. I distinctly remember her saying, "I'm not."
Bro. That she did a pat down.
That's all you did? Just asked her? Surely you carried out a physical search, Inspector. Oh yeah, he physically searched her. No.
Bro.
Then you're why on earth not?
The Honorable English Gentlewoman clearly stated that she did not possess a weapon. That was obviously no need any further probing in the matter.
There was no permission given for any further probing into the matter, perhaps?
Think what you will. But if you're going to continue with this preposterous claim that the refined lady was concealing a firearm, the prosecution demands that you support your assertion with facts.
In other words, he wants evidence.
Evidence.
I mean, there's a real easy way to do this, but I doubt any of these schmucks are actually going to do it.
Yeah.
A standard police pat down.
Mm-hmm.
But, oh, purity! 1800s, the ankles are too much!
Plus, you know, women couldn't be the police, so they couldn't have other women do it like they do nowadays. Whisper, 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 whisper.
The lady wishes to point out that, of course, she wanted to stay and assist with the investigation. But she was in a hurry giving the presentation at the university, so she was compelled to... You were compelled to leave a murder for your job? Get your fucking priorities straight!
Bruh.
Not to mention, the fact that your office had had told you to get the woman out of there. Not get her out of there. I just urged her to leave. The lady would like to point out that she in no way meant to run away from the from the scene of the crime. Which is why she is only too happy to cooperate and testify here in the courtroom today, of course. We still haven't seen her eyes.
No. Unlike a certain student who refuses to admit when the game is up.
Ellipses.
You could at least have the courtesy to pay attention when I'm gouging you.
So she's maintaining that you got into an argument with the professor, at the end of which you shot him. Which is an out and out, totally unfounded lie. Ah, Kazuma witnessed that. Still, her statement is very compelling. After all, she's an elegant, refined, young, beautiful gentlewoman from Great Britain. In stark contrast to you, dressed from head to toe in a dull black school uniform. I'm dressed exactly the same way you are, except for the flapping red ribbon.
Honestly, it helps with his species.
Oh yeah. Bandanas kick ass.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, this is our only chance to expose her testimony as the fiction that it is. Exclamation? If we can't do that, the trial's over. Even you, with your thick skin, must be able to feel the murderous look you're getting from around the room. Only too well. I feel half dead already. The fact that I can't see a single inconsistency in her testimony isn't making me feel any better either. There's tons. Already spotted 3. The first thing to do is press her on any of her statements. It seems seem very slightly off to you. Do that, and the opening will present itself. I promise you. I need to expose the true face of this exotic foreigner that's hiding behind that mask. That's what I should be aiming for in this cross-examination. That's fine. That's fine. We can repeat through this as many times as we like, right?
Yeah.
Can you check the record real quick?
What do you want to look at?
Item 6. That's the medical report. No. What about...
Are you sure? Nope.
There's nothing about the art. Wait, can you go to the people?
People?
The people listing? How do we get there?
Oh wait, you can't do that.
We can't present people as evidence?
Not in this case.
Okay, press B. Okay, so it's not this one. The professor's gun?
Yeah, we've established that. That gun was his.
Okay. And the last one. Now, okay, let's see what evidence we have that could contradict this. Okay, let's go to the autopsy report. Okay. Fired at close range, we know that. Okay. Press B. Okay. Let's... Okay. Wait. Go back to, Okay, press B. Line 2. Go back to line 2. So I ordered myself only a beef steak. Can we press then question that carbonation thing?
Wait.
Yes!
Because I want to question that carbonation thing.
Yeah, I think we have to read that again.
But in that picture, was that really carbonated water?
I mean, there's also the fact that there's only one glass, and she said they both had one.
Exactly. And that's what's concerning me. I want to press that. Can we press that testimony?
No, but remember when he was like, was there anything odd about their statement? That's what I'm trying to get to. Yeah, this.
Yeah, so we'll
Last time you said it was nothing, and I'm like, are you sure
very
about that?
meaningful. That last statement of yours, Miss Brett, has a profound bearing on this case.
Well, wow, how fascinating. Do tell us, what is it that profound bearing?
Come on. The significance of the statement will become apparent when the time is right. The defense calls for the witness's last statement to be formally added to the testimony.
Well, sidestepped counsel.
Very well. Miss Brett, kindly repeat what you just said to be added to your official testimony. Gladly, she says.
Ellipses.
That was brilliant, Cosmo. I'm going to remember that one. God, he's such a bishi! Which one? The significance will become apparent when the time is right. You could really use that phrase. Oh my god, I love that. I hope there are some more useful tips you're picking up from this experience than that, Ryunosuke. God, I love him! She's so afraid. Okay. Present!
This one, right?
Or should we press that?
Should we press it first?
Press it then.
Yes!
Carbonated water. Yes. Being the waiter, I poured the 2 glasses Okay, court record. Detective. We know exactly as it was left.
Yeah.
We only see 1 glass. Okay, we're good. And the beef steak. That was you, Miss Brett? The lady said she heard it was not customary to eat beef here until Japan opened its doors to the world. Yes, that's true. What a frightening place, is the lady's opinion. Me?
Right.
I mean, British people don't know how to cook, so I don't want to hear shit from a British person other than Gordon Ramsay about how the fuck to cook. Gordon Ramsay's literally the one all of Britain put their cooking skill into Gordon Ramsay. the accumulative cooking ability stolen from the entire nation put into him. That's what I fervently believe, because I have never known a British chef outside of Gordon Ramsay that knows how to fucking cook. Because the British people actively fucking believe beans on toast is a good breakfast.
Oh my god, I know. And cucumber sandwiches. What is that?
Oh god.
We tried making them.
We tried making them from a traditional British cuisine, and oh my god,
They were
they ruined the fucking meal. They ruined the entire fucking meal.
Yeah, because we had steak with them too. So.
A fine cut of
Yeah.
steak that was deep fried after being breaded to perfection. Like, the steak was flawless.
The sandwiches were not. Those are awful.
And oh my god, the bread was toasted. Oh god. Anyway, every country has its own cuisine. As long as people have food to eat, what does it matter what it is?
Fair enough.
Sure, come to think of it. First time I tried carbonated water, it was much more of a shock than the first time I tried beef. But anyway, back to the witness's statement. I feel like there's something out of place in what she said. We need to pounce on even the slightest thing now. Because you never know what might lead us to our goal. Our goal is turning this trial around. Understood, Kazuma. Present. You know the one.
Yes!
That's it! Let me just confirm something, please. Let's do this with this photographic print.
Look at this photograph.
Just a short while ago, you spoke about the print showing the victim's table at the crime scene. It was exactly as it was left. That is correct, the lady says. Well, that is, it's odd. Very odd.
Dear me, what's odd is the defense's inability to express itself.
Honestly, yeah. Inosuke, what is it about the print that looks odd to you? Well, obviously, it's the cheers.
The cheers?
Miss Brett just told us that she and the professor said cheers over a glass of water. But if that's true, there should be 2 glasses on the table, not 1. Ah. You're correct, right, Counselor? There's only 1 glass pictured here.
Objection!
Are we supposed to be impressed by this nitpicking over minute? What possible difference does the presence or absence of a glass make on the...
Objection!
Minute, you say? Could it be the detective here removed a glass from the table to conceal the lady's presence? Of course not. I would never do something so reckless. But there should have been 2 glasses on the table. Or are you going to try and tell me you can clink with only 1 glass? You're quite right. I certainly took 2 glasses to the table.
Whisper, 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 whisper.
Inspector. Inspector, what did the lady say? It seems that it was Miss Brett who took the glass from the table. What? It was also terrifying, everything that happened.
These.
I panicked and thought I should try to hide the fact that I'd been there at all, she said. Good gracious.
Sorry.
Seriously, can't hide anything? Bullshit!
Now she just proved she sneaked a glass out. There! As I assured the court before, this is no cool consequence at all.
Oh, please.
We must remember that the student had just murdered this lady's luncheon companion before her very eyes. Who could blame her for concealing a glass or two in her state of disarray?
That's absurd.
Oh, really? So do we take it that you are now going to accuse this vulnerable young beautiful woman of mischief?
What? No. This can't be put down to mischief. I'd like to know exactly how the lady took the glass from the scene.
Whisper, 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 whisper.
Okay, 1 second. Please pause.
Okay.
And that ends this part.